Stadium, Baton Rouge. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Clemson Tigers and the LSU Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, Clemson's head coach told me before the game, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Tigers kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. A special teams miscue right off the bat, and they'll take over in really good field position. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Handoff, Durham running left. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one, make that first impression. And man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know, receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up in the touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there. Because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit. Let's keep going.
Back to pass. It's Levitt. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
There's a little room there. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
LSU lining up first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first in that opening drive of the season. Could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the five-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned it, David, and you're so right. When they had Deshaun Watson or they had Trevor Lawrence, they were the guy. They were the guy that took this offense, took this entire team to a national championship caliber level. They were true alphas at the quarterback position, and now we're going to find out if this new guy is the guy.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick toss. And he swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Trying to set up the screen.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to 3rd and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on 3rd down.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Bring in the heat. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs.
Could be an outie. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Man, he's got 45 yards on the ground in the 1st quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Dropping back, it's Levin. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early in this football game. They put another drive together, but great job bowing up, getting that 3rd down stop, and hopefully forcing the field goal.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 12, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Haynes. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, that looked like he was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. Hauls it in at the 40. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off the play fake. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now facing a third and long. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Steps away. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It's Haynes. Breaks into the open. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of times they don't stop, Reese, because they keep the tempo and they keep the foot on the gas, and that's what Clemson's kind of built this offense on is tempo, trying to wear you out, and they slip in the run game and the quick passing game and the running QB and so many things to look at.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And that one's incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. Finding some room. Powers through. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. When you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That's reeled in. It's Durham. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling.
Turning it on! What a run! Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
That gives him 54 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
LSU will get a first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Dropping back, it's Levin. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. On target.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
LSU looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Out of the shotgun on third down. Working that left side now. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to keep it in the air. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Tiger! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Haynes. There he goes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. He now has 62 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the only important expectations are the ones inside the program. But when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all off season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on the squad, and they're going to put it together, and then they'll get themselves into those rankings.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Makes a grab on the right. Open spaces. Touchdown, Clemson. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And the extra point is good. Coming out with it, it's Wilson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking to pass, it's Levin. He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their third possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got his man down the middle. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Hauls it in at the 25. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Running inside, it's Haynes. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. He's now up to 71 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Slides to the ground after picking up the first great play on 2nd and short. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
It's really frustrating for a defense when you cover that first play and you knew it was going to be a pass, you cover everything short, but then the quarterback just makes something happen. I mean, just good luck trying to get him. That's why he plays QB. That's why he's so dynamic.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. That's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with a look at the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on the number 21 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's Kennesaw State setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Back to the ground with the running back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Looking to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's got it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
To throw, it's Levin. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to Caden Durham.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory. Might have a chance. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Motion from the wideout. Just has a knack of finding that crease and gets it down to the 41.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Haynes. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? On the ground, it's Haynes. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Intercepted and room to run.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football. You saw it right there.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. That is just what this defense needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Trying to take it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his second interception of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rush is on him. Got room at the 35. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off play action. Time to take a shot. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Got room on the return. And he's brought down, but this interception, a huge play to end this quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to...
Makes the grab in their space. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football. He's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Listen, the enemy is the clock, right? You're down by 2 scores. You got to make something happen. Really, really good job by the defense, forcing the turnover, getting the ball back to your offense. Now you got to go score, and I got to get one more stop.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. 4th quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
Clemson will send the punt team out. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Oh, man, that is an absolute rocket launcher of a punt. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So working with a lead here, they'd like to put together a long, time-consuming drive and put this thing away. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Levin. Throws for the tight end. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to throw it again. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Trying to beat the D deep. Pulls it in on the right. Hits the crease. The 10. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And they call this sudden change. And we talk about it up in the booth. We're hitting each other right here. Like, you got the turnover. First thing you want to do is be aggressive, take all of that momentum, and go capitalize. And what do, man? One play, a big passing play, a big answer, and big-time momentum gained in this football game.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wilson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You bet.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Made a defender miss. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception. Caught, and he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and he stopped after a pickup of 14, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air, and now back to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Haynes. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Rides to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Complete on third down. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it, get the completion, and move the sticks.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Timeout called by LSU. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Under fire. Breaks loose. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. So they start in a great spot, move the ball 34 yards, and the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Pressure coming. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game when you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game.
He's going to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Back open in the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. LSU quick to the line. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents, whatever the reasons.